already know what it is, man. Once again, we back. It's your boy Piffy Trilliums. I'm in the building with a special guest today, man. I met him at the show at Buffalo Most Wanted out in Niagara Falls. You know what I'm saying? He had a dope performance. But not only did he have a performance and do the cipher and all of that, but, you know, we touched on a couple other subjects. So, you know, I'm going to let him introduce himself, and then we're going to get into this interview and let you know who he is as an artist, and we're going to get in depth today. So, let the people know. Give them your name and let them know where you at.
My rapper name is Ray Killer 23X. You know, I'm from Detroit. You know, well, down here since I was 8 years old.
Shout out Detroit.
You know, gotta represent 313 shit all the way to 716.
All right. Now, you know, you say you're from Detroit, so you know, right now we in Buffalo, so you know, I know that's kind of a transition for you. Like I'm from Harlem, you know what I'm saying. So for me, coming to Buffalo was a transition for me. So we could just start right there, like just let them know how the difference in that, you know, being in Detroit and now, you know, you're in a whole nother city, and not even a whole nother city, but a whole nother state. Like Detroit is Michigan, you know what I mean? This we in New York, like, so, you know, just let them know about that to start off.
See, there was a whole lot of shit I seen in Detroit, you know, a whole lot of shit, you know, the streets, you know, a whole lot of bad shit, you know, gangs, guns, you know, all, you know, a whole lot. But when
know they give it up in the D, like we already know what's up.
Now when a lot of things I went through foster care, you know, being adopted, you know, I was in the system. It was a whole lot of shit. But now I start to look at it, we got similarities, you know, we deal with shit like y'all deal with it, you know. That's all it is, shit.
Right. So, you know, we know, I mean, there's a hood everywhere, there's gangs everywhere, there's violence everywhere, there's drugs everywhere.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, like, some places it's hard to get out of. New York, Detroit, Chicago, we all in that same realm.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So what made you want to move and what made you want to do that? Like, you know, what geared your decision to move out of Detroit to somewhere else?
Yeah. Well, my mom, I lost my dad at a young age, very young, when I was born. And rest in peace, Larry, I want to say that.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. So like I was saying, Trent, it's hard. It's really hard. It's really hard, you know, dealing with losing your father, then being in the system, you know, then a lot of personal shit was going on. I don't really want to speak about, but you know, it is what it is. I'm blessed that I'm here. You know, God sent me somewhere knowing that I can be safe at, you know, worry about different things in life.
Right. And that's, you know, so, and, you know, like I said, rest in peace, and sorry to hear that about your pops. And that takes, and now that leads into more of a conversation because it's different and it's hard, you know, for certain individuals, especially a young man, to not have a father. Like me, for example, I was one of them, but you know, that kind of make you a little stronger, and that make you persevere through a lot of other things. So how was that the motivation for you? Like everybody use a different motivation, but how was it motivation for you?
Because the thing of it is, my uncle, he's an artist too. I'm a comment on that. Okay. You know, on my Facebook about him, you know, post up pictures and, you know, spread the word. Word. So like I was saying, it was, he meant a lot to me, and I didn't even get to know him, you know, as a father.
Right.
You know, I didn't know him. I heard things about him. He was in the streets, you know, this and that. I don't want to speak on it. But like, you know, that's my pops. I really miss him. You know, that's why I do this music shit for, because he told me that I can be somebody. Don't even stop achieving nothing. Just keep on grinding, working hard.
Right.
You know, worry about your paper. You got that one special girl, take care of her. Treat her right.
Right.
Shit. You know, it's a whole lot, you know, I would have learned from him. But it's sad to say, but he's gone, so.
But that was your inspiration to do music, and that's dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now, touching with that's your inspiration to do music. when you heard music, first of all, what type of music was you raised around?
See,
What motivated you to do music? Because every one of us hear music and something motivated, like, oh, I hear this rap, or I hear this song, and this might make me feel this way, or this might make me think I could rap, or this. What song was it for you that made you feel like, oh, this the song, this is it?
when I started, what motivated me to rap, I was around it, and when I was a little kid, I was running around, trying to rap and stuff. I didn't take it seriously. I was just playing around. But what really motivated me when I came down here, shout out to Eminem. He been doing this thing. Me and him grew up in the same state.
Okay.
But it's just crazy, really crazy, man. It's like crazy because I've been through I went in the hospital at ECMC, and I met a friend, John. I think his name was John or something. But I went up there, experienced what I experienced, talked to him, and he said, yo, man, you should start writing. You should just start writing, man. For real, you take off with that, to stay focused at it, because he was in the music. See, what me is, with this music shit, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. And he told me, he said, you can make it, man. I don't got no doubt in you. Just keep grinding, working, trying to make that paper,
Right.
Trying to make it out.
Right. So you saying, you based your motivation to rap off of experiences in life that you was going through.
Yes, a lot of experiences.
So is that, what part of in your music, how much of in your music does that play?
It plays a lot because, I dealt with a lot of, going to jail almost, probation, a lot of stuff. It really, it motivates me because, I dealt with a lot of situations and I handled them the right way instead of retaliating and doing something dumb and getting locked up.
Right.
That's how I see it. That's me.
Now, back into the music, what was the first time that, what was you wrote your first rap? Well, how would you say you was when you wrote your first rap? And do you remember your first rap?
My first rap, I would say it was my first rap that was really good. Now for real, it's Smoking Black and Mild, because that's what I be smoking on. Walking around like a lost child, because them shits do get you high. Certain ones.
Okay. So, now, what you getting into the music and, things like that, when was the first time that you went to the studio? Like, what made you, when was the first time you took it serious? Like, yo, I gotta go to the studio, I gotta do this.
I want to shout out my mans Joey from Abstract. I want to shout out Ariana. I want to shout out my man Raheem. My man Kevon, known as Nino. It's a lot of us. Originally, my rap name was Ray Killer, and then I turned it to Ray Killer 23X, because that's a new me. That's not the bad me no more. That's the trying to be positive. Talking about the life that I dealt with. Being locked up, far as relationships, a lot of shit that I did. Hurting people. It's a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about it, because that led me into the next question that I was going to ask you anyway. Like, how did you come up with your name, and what is the 23X? Like, what is the meaning behind that?
Nah, the 23X is RIP my man X. For real. That's what it also means. Okay. And this is basically the new me, not the so gutter me. I talk about little, exclusive shit that be going on, as far as fake ass accounts, on Facebook or anywhere on the net, a lot of shit.
Okay. So now, the Buffalo Most Wanted show, that was out there in Niagara Falls. Just take me through that process. Take me through the process of when you got the call, to you preparing, to you getting in that night, to you doing the interview with me, to you leaving that night. Like, give me that whole process. Like, let me,
Man,
you know.
it was good because I want to shout out my man Tony Nash. You know, I hit him up.
Salute the boy. Salute my nigga Jinx. You heard?
I want to shout out him. You know,
family, that's my nigga.
I talked to him. You know, I mess with his music.
Yeah.
You know, his music is fire for real. For real.
Yeah, I fuck with Jinx. I ain't gonna front.
So when I got that word about me performing, shit, I was excited. You know, excited.
Shout out my nigga Nash too. You already.
And shout out Queen D for real, for real. Yeah.
Word, yeah.
So like I was saying, going there,
that shit was lit. That was lit.
going there was just whoa, it was amazing. You know, seeing all the artists just perform, you know, the freestyle, the battles and stuff, you know, going and seeing everybody perform that I didn't really do like that, you know. Like I know a lot of people going from, you know, Ray Cash, you know, Rap Queen, you know, SMG, the whole SMG. It's a whole lot of people I know. It's a whole lot of people I know.
So when you was there that night, like what was the feeling right before you was about to perform?
The feeling was like, you know, this could be my big shot. I letting people know who I am, what struggle I came from, and now I'm trying to make it. You know, starting a new chapter.
Now, before we get into the performance and the interview, take them, since you brought that up, like take them through that, like take them through what makes you an artist, like what makes you you. Like every artist is different. You feel me?
Yeah.
Everybody have their own individuality. Everybody is different. You know what I'm saying? I never really see too many artists that's the same. So it's interesting to me to see different artists that's doing different things. So take them, let them know you like as an artist, like you know, like what's your goal in this music thing, like what's your goal in music, like how you trying to portray your music, like take them through that, like take them through that struggle, take them through, you know, what led you to making the type of music that you make.
I want to shout out my man Rico, the producer. You know, shout out Kid Major. You know, DMP Mob. You know, I want to shout out them. They've been doing their thing. Especially shout out Rico, cause I went to his studio. I made a song that's called 30s Blow. Shooting like I'm Stephen Curry. See, that's talking about basketball, you know, the passion for basketball, and you know what a 30 is. We ain't gonna get all into that. We all know.
You play ball though? You play ball?
I used to play ball, but I never.
I do that. That's what I do. Like, that's
yeah, I never did that. Like, took it seriously, but I did
No,
football. Though.
busy.
I was a wide receiver and a cornerback and a middle linebacker.
Oh, that's dope. All right.
So, yeah.
So what, you know, like so now give them you as an artist, like, you know, what type of artist are you? Everybody have their own little classification of, I'm in this, you know, what's your lane? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got different lanes. What's your lane? What type of artist are you?
See, I'm an artist, like, the artist that I am is like, I talk about, you know, street shit that be going on, or shit that happened to me. You know, a lot of shit, like, I would say it's more as a hip-hop / type of drill, type of music to get you hype, to get you, you know, you ain't the one to be the fuck with, you know. You know, to get you hype, keep you calm, you know. It talks about relationship, dealing with thoughts, meaning that's hoes, you know. It's dealing with a whole lot of different shit, like real, actual shit, no matter if it's my struggle or your struggle, it's a lot.
And that's you know, that's the point across in your music that you're trying to portray. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta, cause you know, a lot of people, some people mute, and I said this to, you know, King Long Locks too, salute the homie, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, and I'm gonna start doing this more often, you know what I'm saying? Because when you, for me, I look for authentic, you know what I'm saying? Authentic shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's okay if, you know, you're talking about something else. But if this is you, I want to hear you. You feel what I'm saying? So if you're not the gang banger, or you're not, you know, you ain't gotta be a gang, you know what I'm saying? But if you're not the nigga in the streets, I don't, you know what I'm saying, that's not you. So I wanna hear, you know what I'm saying? So I wanna know if that's, you know, what's your, like, that's why I say, what's your lane, like, you know, like, cause a lot of people seen this, a lot of people seen that, and we can go off of these experiences, but then actual reality have to set in at some point, because when you're listening to your music, you have to believe the artist that you're hearing. So if I hear you say this, I gotta believe this.
See, the thing of it is, I dealt with it. I had, you know, I almost went to jail, you know, over a little BB gun I had because, you know, I had experience in my life where I got robbed. So I felt like I couldn't really, you know, lack anymore, which is called, you know, lacking. Because after you get robbed, you can either get killed, you can either get shot, you know, it may be the end of your day right there, or your life. Like, for real.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a definite fact. Like, that's never something to, I mean, you know, me personally, I mean, you know, God forbid, I've never been through nothing like that, but that's definitely something that's not easy to deal with, you know what I'm saying, if you know, you get robbed of anything, whatever it is, like, you know what I'm saying, but, you know, and with that being said, now we could get back into the, you know, both Buffalo Most Wanted. So, you know, you're talking about the feeling of you being in the building and you seeing different artists. And, you know, for me, it was you know, I was in there, I didn't know nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, my job is to get to know whatever artist is in there. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I do what I do, and I set up the interviews the way that I do that. You know what I'm saying? But I like to interact with everybody. I like to mingle. I like to, you know, be out there and see who's who and what's what and what's going on.
Respect that.
You
Keep
know
doing your thing,
that's
man.
A fact,
for real.
bro. That's a fact.
That's real shit.
That's a fact. So, you know, like when you get in that feeling and you like, yo, all these people is in here. So now you get hyped for that performance. So now I don't know if you knew it was to be an interview or not, or like, you know, take me through that now. Now you almost about to do your. I don't know if I do your interview before or after your performance.
It was before.
Okay, so now take them from there. So take them from there right before, like when we do the interview and then your performance, like give them that. So now you see everybody in the building and, you know, give them that from there. Take us through that night, cause the reason I'm recapping the night is because I'm interviewing the artist that was there that night, and they see the footage from the Buffalo Most Wanted, and I'm trying to get everybody in there that I said I was gonna get on this camera and do the interview. So, you know, I wanted everybody to explain that process and take them through that.
See, going through that, you know, I had to step up, and I said, you know what, let me talk to somebody, get an interview, because I ain't never had an interview.
Dope.
So
I
just took my chances.
Joint. That's dope.
I took my chances. I said, you know, let me, you know, I may not have my ex-girlfriend here or whatever. You know, I still got to continue to move on, do what I got to do.
Right.
So, like I said, that night, I was nervous. I was really nervous because I used to, when I was in high school, I used to do talent shows. Shout out to New Boys, you know, everybody, You're a Jerk. I did a remix to that. You know, I was doing my thing, you know, performing there at the talent show. So it was, oh, wow. Damn.
So you got the interview. So, you know, they told you come get the interview. So now before the interview, you about to get ready for the performance. So now what you feeling?
Now I'm feeling hyped, feeling excited, you know, really excited, you know, to get myself out there.
Right.
To get myself more known.
Definitely.
Known,
this is
coming
all
from the
promotion
struggle.
for you. This is all to let them, you know, to get you out there.
Right. So.
Now you're about to perform. So now how do you prepare normally? And was that your first performance, or what how many have you performed before that?
I performed at a lot of, you know, different places. You know, I performed in Niagara Falls. I performed at the Stamps Bar. You know, a lot of my performances
Shout out my boy. Shout out ID. You heard?
Shout out ID. For real, for real. But like I was saying, it was like it was really good, really good.
So overall,
Really
the night, how you feel about the night?
I feel pretty, you know, that night was really good because I learned from Stamps. Because I started performing there.
Okay.
You know, I started doing my songs there. I did like Smoking Black and Mild, you know. I did 30s Blow, you know, a lot of good songs.
These are singles you telling them?
Singles.
Okay.
And they also on my SoundCloud, and I also got a Dat Piff account.
That's dope. Let them know. Let them know where they could get that.
Y'all can get y'all go on SoundCloud, look up RAY Fly Shit. That's one of my pages. My other pages with all the other music is on it. Ray Abstract 19 on SoundCloud. You know, the other one is RAY ABG King. You know, it's a picture of me performing at Stamps, which was a year or two ago. So make sure y'all go look at that. And also, I got an Automac account. Automac at .com. Or you can get the app. But go look up RAY King 600 and you'll see my music on there. Abstract, it got all sorts of different albums on there. Shit that I talked about. You know. As far as the new music, all my new music is either on RAY ABG King or Fly Shit on SoundCloud.
Okay. So with the Abstract thing, like was that you was a part of a group? How many people was that? How was that work? How that, you know, explain that to them. Explain what Abstract is, you know, to them as a collective or however y'all was doing that.
See that's a group. Abstract was a group in Cheektowaga, known as, you know, Cheektowaga.
Okay.
So that means we got me coming in, you know, new, known as Ray Killer. Used to be known as Ray Killer, now known as Ray Killer 23X. And then we got Joey coming from Maryville. You know, we all went to the same school and all of that. So we knew all each other, and you know, we got Kevon, known as Nino.
Everybody was rapping?
Yeah, everybody was rapping. And we got Raheem. You know, that was all of us. You know, we did songs together, you know. We did songs together. We got a song that's called Squad. You know, Squad, it's called Squad. And it's 1MNTS at SoundCloud. If not, just inbox me. You know, my Facebook name is RAYABG King. So inbox me and I'll tell you.
That's a fact. So alright, so you know, after the Buffalo Most Wanted, now you feeling good about that. So now where you go from there? So, you know, explain what you got, what you working on right now. You got any mixtapes coming out, or you filling up the SoundCloud? How would you say that, Piff? Like, let them know what's the projects that you're working on right now.
Right now, I'm working on the project I'm working on right now. It's a mixtape or gonna be an EP. I'm not for sure yet, but it basically talks about me transitioning, getting out of a 3-year relationship, the shit that I did, the abuse, the cheating, you know, talks about, you know, life and about how you end up losing somebody, you know, people that you lost, you know, R.I.P. my man Ronnie, R.I.P. my man KB, you know, R.I.P. Larry, you know, R.I.P. my uncle. I lost a lot of family members, a whole lot, and it was crazy.
Yeah, and that's, you know, that's definitely tough to deal with. You know. So, you know, now you got that going on. As far as your recording, you know, do you do most of your own recording? You go to the studio? Like, how do you know, what's your process for that?
For that, I got my own studio, So I'm gonna be upgrading it real soon, you know, in 2019. I'm worried about getting my permit first so I can start driving, you know. I'm talking about nice with BMWs, you know, those is, you know, goals. Those is my goals. I don't even stop achieving. I don't need to stop achieving them at all. So, like I was saying, you know, that's the shit right there.
You want to build your own studio.
Yeah, I want to build my own. You know, I rock with everybody though. Like a lot of people I talk to. You know, shout out my man Scotty Pimpin. You know, for real. That's real shit. You know.
Who is that? You know, for the people that don't know, who is that?
He's you know, he's another Buffalo artist. You know, he does his music. You know, he got his own stew. You know, he do different songs with different people. You know.
We got linked that shot. What's his name?
His name is Scotty Pimpin.
Scotty Pimpin, Hoffa, you heard? Come get your interview on the SJ Live Online, you heard? We gotta link up, Network 101. My man, like sure,
you know,
like that,
and Techo, you know, I know Techo and all of them. They got their own stew. Yeah. You know, shout out SMG, KP.
Come get you in the studio with all them. Yeah, come give me the studio invite, man. Get all them together and we come to the studio and come rock with you out, man.
You know, Kid Major, you know, that's where I originally did my first recording at with him. So, you know, I did some songs with him. You know, he recorded me and he taught me all about learning the different stuff between auto-tune and making it right, making it sound good. You know, you gotta learn a lot of it, and it's hard coming into it if you don't know it, if you didn't have the right equipment to do it. Because you need to make yourself sound better, you gotta get a lot of equipment, and you gotta mess with the keys and the notes and, you know, the effects, the compromiser, you know, all of that. And it takes time and it takes dedication, and you gotta save up the bread. So right. The thing with me is I got a job, so you know I'm trying to eventually chase a bag, but my main focus is to keep making that money and make it build up. Even buy a car, you know, do a lot of stuff, buy more tattoos. You know, I got a lot of tattoos, and I can also tell y'all the meaning of them. You know, because a lot of them expresses me. You know, far as you know. Me and Flames, you know, me as my last name, you know, a lot of shit.
Explain how many tattoos, because I got tattoos, like how many tattoos you got?
I got about 8.
So
8 of them.
So now that's 8, so explain each, that's only 8 tattoos, so explain, because I got a whole sleeve, I go off for days talking about my shit, but everything you love should be, that's how I feel, everything I love is on my arms, you know what I'm saying? So explain what your tattoos mean to you.
See, this tattoo right here is Chief Keef. I'm a big fan of him. You know, me and him around the same age. You know, that's what this tattoo is. You know, I support Glow Gang. Shout out Glow Gang. You know, shout out Ball Out. You know, that's the emoji. This is the emoji.
Okay. All right.
You know, it's a logo and emoji. Now this is Flames. You know, this is Flames to let me know I can be fire. I can be fire. I'm not the one to mess with, you know, or anything. But like I said, you know, this is fire. You know, flames that's coming out my mouth that I want to spit like real nice, real nice.
That's 2. What's the other one?
You know, this is me, Ray. That's me. This is me. You know, also, I also can put this as saying that Ray Charles, you know, rest in peace, Ray Charles and stuff, you know.
That's crazy. So, that's what you named after?
Kinda.
Oh, that's great. I ain't gonna front, like, shout out to Bob, like, I didn't even know how I named after Bob, like, Rob Marley, like, shout out to the boy, you heard? But, yeah, alright, so that's, what's that, 4? Like, hey,
4
keep
right
going,
there.
What's the rest?
A dragon. You know, because I feel like a dragon sometimes, you know, running through this music shit and separating myself from the real and the fake. You know, a lot of people switch up you know, a lot of people change in different ways that you ain't, you know, don't realize, and you gotta start cutting people off. But like I said, I rock with everybody. You rock with me, I rock with you.
Right.
See, I'm all about achieving. Don't stop believing nothing. Grind. You gotta stay focused, motivated. Do what you gotta do, no matter what. No matter what comes at you. No matter what, if you've been locked up. No matter what, if you fight probation. You know, no matter what the situation is.
So, as far like, what is something that the people would ask that might not know about you? Besides music, outside of music, or outside of
music,
whatever, like,
you know,
something that somebody might not know about you when when they first see you or however, whatever.
When they first see me, it's like, far as the music, it's like personal shit, real personal. You know, dealing with relationships, knowing the right one. You know, knowing the one that you care about and you love and care about. Dealing with people that, you know, cheating on people, you know, abuse, you know, lies. You know, a whole lot of shit.
Already, man, we back at it. So, you know, as we was talking, you know, we was getting into talking about, you know, relationships, and that ties into whether that's relationships with your niggas, whether that's relationships with females, your baby mama, however that go. Like, you know, touch on that a little bit. Like, give them, you know, your aspect of dealing with relationships.
Dealing with relationships was like, you know, me, I ain't, you know, cause it's a lot of females. I'm going far as the females right now. Females I dealt with, you know, dealing with baby moms, being, you know, doing other females and shit. You know, being at home, wanting to leave your home to go see some females, cause I couldn't really have girls over my mama's because, you know, I was doing what I was doing.
I mean, you got kids?
You know,
How many kids you got?
I ain't got no kids. I had girls playing babies on me, but I was smart. I know better.
Right.
You know, people lie and shit, so.
Nah, that's a fact, man. That's a fact.
Nah, far as dudes, you know, it's a lot of dudes that I rock with, and it's a lot of dudes that I don't, cause you gotta be careful on who you trust and let into your circle.
That's a
Now,
fact.
the good people, they your day ones. You know, shout out my man Tyreek. You know, shout out all my family. Shout out all my family. My mom, my dad. You know,
Fly family, my
for real.
family, you heard? Shout out my
Everything.
nigga Jang, man. Shout out, get him. Shout out, yo, free my brother Fee, you heard? He coming home soon. Shout out the real niggas, man.
Real
Shout out my
niggas.
Uncle Rock that just came home from the feds, man. They finally let a real nigga home, you heard? Word, salute to all real niggas. Shout out to everybody.
For real, now and then you gotta. The other thing, fake dudes. I see a fake dude when I see one. You know,
Talk about
just
it.
because you kick it with somebody, you know somebody
They
from the
your
streets.
man, that don't mean that's your man.
Yeah, that's
You can
real.
kick it with a nigga every day. You can kick it with a nigga 20 years and he'll show you he ain't your man.
Like for
Huh?
real
I
shit.
hope you see this shit.
You gotta watch out. You gotta watch out for certain people, cause a lot of people want what you got, and you know you gotta be careful. You get caught lacking in the streets, because that's known. That's just known. You know you gotta keep you son. That's obvious.
Fact.
You know, no matter what it is.
Yeah, that's
But you
a
gotta be careful, cause the feds be
Stay
watching.
protected.
The feds be watching. You can get
Serious.
locked up for a long time. You know,
Do no
real
dummy
long
shit
time.
out here. Don't go on no dummy missions, man. Listen, being a tough guy ain't cool. Let me put this PSA out here. Cause being a tough guy ain't cool. It ain't cool being a, you know, we talked about being locked up, and that's a touchy, for me, that's a touchy subject. Because being a fucking tough guy ain't cool. It ain't cool when you in prison. It ain't cool when a CEO telling you everything to do. It ain't cool when another man tell you don't come out that cell till you make that bed up. It ain't cool for that. You get butt naked in front of them before you go into, man, listen, I'm trying to tell y'all something, man.
Crazy.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something to save y'all before y'all even think this shit is cool. This is what it lead up to. So if you out there doing whatever you doing, you better be smart in whatever you doing, because that shit ain't cool to go through that. And you don't know when you in another state, and you don't know if your mama gonna find out if where you at. You can't write no letters. You ain't got no money on your books. You can't eat. You can't get no soups in the lot. Listen, man, that shit ain't cool. So you tell me if that's cool or not. And ask any of your uncles or ask anybody that's been locked up in your family. That shit ain't cool. So whatever you doing, man, you better find something else. Word. That's a fact. That's a fact, and I'm glad you said you did that and you almost escaped the bullet, because that shit is not cool. Being through that process, I'm trying to tell any nigga that I could, that's not the best shit to go through, because that shit is, it's either gonna make you or break you. Because you go up with them big dogs and what you gonna do? You better get your motherfucking weight up. Because them big dogs ain't playing with you. Them niggas will put you on the gate. Them niggas will hang you by your drawers. Them niggas will, I done seen it happen. Word, if you ain't ready to go up in that, man, listen, if they tell you to get on that bus and you going up time, you better get them push-ups ready. You better get up, you better get ready. You better
be prepared at all times.
You better. So, you know, not to even get off subject, so, you know, we still getting into the, you know, relationship. So how did that play an effect in, you know, your life and your music? How did you use that, you know, play a role in what you do?
What I do, how I let it play a role, because that basically, you know, shows them as me as a person. You know, show them as the nice me, the angry me, the upset me, the pissed off me. You know, a lot of real shit. You know, a lot of shit.
And let's go into you as a person a little bit, Loud. You said you was born in where? You was born in Detroit?
I was born in Detroit, off of 7 Mile, near 8 Mile.
For those that don't know where that's at, let them take them through an experience of walking through that neighborhood.
Man, that neighborhood is crazy shootings, you know, every day, bodies dropping, you know, a whole lot of, I don't even want to speak on it, but it's a whole lot of shit. Whole lot of shit. Guns, drugs, money, girls, music, you know, cars. They known for cars. We known for cars.
That's the Motor City, man.
For real.
Salute. Shout out Detroit, man. That's the Motor City, man. I already know how they do it, man. But, you know, so explain how you got out of that, because that's not easy to get. I know it's niggas still in Chicago, it's niggas still in Detroit, it's niggas still in New York that want to get out. Like, explain that. Like, you know, everybody don't make it out of that. It don't matter what you're doing and what hood you in and what you is about making it out of that and coming back to that. And, you know, it's different when you live there and then it's different when you visit. That's a difference. That's a real difference.
Now coming from that, you know, it was difficult because I was in the system. You know, I got adopted. I want to shout out David and Audrey. You know, the whole Humphrey family. You know, that. When I got put into to get adopted, I was very happy. You know, as far as being a foster child, I was moving home to home since I was 8 years old. You know, that shit hurted me the most, not knowing where my sisters and brothers is. And then when I got older, I was able to, you know, find out where they was. You know.
But I'm sure you find a way to overcome and use that as well as a motivation. You know what I'm saying?
They my motivation for real. My family. You know, my motivation. You know, that's why I got only the family, because that's all you can trust. You can't trust a whole lot of people, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
You know, if they rock with you, if they rock with you. If they don't rock with you, then, you know, just go on about your business. Worry about that back. Worry about chasing your dreams. Don't stop achieving nothing. For real.
Yo, that just gave me a slogan. I'm gonna put that out here for 2019. It's free not to fuck with me. You heard? that's my new slogan for 2019. I rock with everybody, but it's free not to fuck with me. It's free 99. If you don't want to fuck with me, that's cool. It's free. But the niggas that fuck with me, salute. Shout out, and I'm gonna keep fucking with you how I fuck with you, man. So that's definitely, I feel that 100%. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, as we get into, you know, you as an artist, you know, we touched on a lot of subjects, you know, we touched on a lot of things. So what is, besides the projects you're working on, besides the studios and what else is it that keeps you going? Like what separates, what I'm getting at is what separates you as an artist. Everybody's everybody's different in their own right and what they do. Some niggas sound the same, whatever. But what separates you as an artist from anybody else?
Anybody else is like, a lot of shit I talk about is like dealing with reality, with women, getting exposed, on the internet, Facebook, dumb shit, really like deep personal
So talk about
shit.
that. So talk about that. What you mean, like getting exposed? Like they talk about it.
I got exposed on the net one time, and I was just, I didn't even know. I was just having fun, fucking, that was it. And all next thing you know, I'm back on was with my ex, which name was Shania. I was with her, and I got all of a sudden she said, "Oh, you got this video on?" I said, "What video?"
Hey,
You got exposed. So I was like, "Damn, see, you gotta be careful. You can get set up all types of ways on the net.
Hit you with the
on
sex
the
tape
net.
shit. What they hit you? What happened?
Ooh, they hit. You know what they hit?
Crazy.
What-
That's a scandal.
That's some
Controversy.
crazy shit.
That's content right there.
It was really crazy. I was all of a sudden, oh, this is you in the video, eating the girl pussy. I was like, what the fuck? That was.
So how they found out about it? Like what happened? It leaked where? It leaked on a book. It leaked
I was
where? It leaked.
somebody. She recorded me. I ain't gonna get into the details and the names, but she recorded me. And I didn't even know. I'm having a good time drinking and shit. I didn't even know. So, shit.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So how you deal with that? Like I never really heard too many artists talk about being caught up in a scandal. Like how you deal with it? Was that a sex tape getting leaked? What happened? Like,
Shit, I ain't gonna get on to that. It was on Facebook. It was on Facebook Messenger or some shit. So it's fucked up for real.
Damn, that's crazy, man. Like so, we got into you as an artist. We got into things that they wouldn't know. You as an artist, you know what I'm saying? Now it's another a new question I've been asking some of my artists and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to get you caught up in nothing. Like we all in the fantasy world right now, like you know what I'm saying. But this is a game. This is a question in the game of FMK. It's fuck, marry, kill, and I'm gonna give you 3 women, and you gotta tell me which one of them 3 you'll pick for each subject. So which one would you fuck? Which one would you marry? Which one would you kill? Feel me? So I'm gonna give you 3 women. I'm gonna say the first woman is Oprah. The second woman is Beyonce. And the third woman is whatever you're like top. If you was in the fantasy world, if you wasn't even no relate, whatever whoever your top pick would be.
Okay.
Which one would you fuck? Which one would you marry? Which one would you get? You hear? That always puzzle everybody. So what's your 3? You got Oprah, Beyonce, and then the third one is the top girl of your dreams. That whoever you would say at that place.
What, bro? I would say.
Yeah, well. Who would you fuck? Who would you marry? Who would you kill?
Who would I fuck? I would say, Nicki Minaj.
Alright.
She's good looking, she popping.
Nicki?
Yeah, Nicki Minaj popping, Now, Who would I marry? Shit, I don't even know, to be honest. As far as like
You only
famous.
got Oprah and Beyonce left. You picked Nicki Minaj was the third of your dream, so you got Oprah and Beyonce left.
Oprah. Now Oprah Winfrey. Whoa. Shit, that's hard to choose. Shit. I'd probably say, you know,
They both got bread. I mean, so you can't really look at it from the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they got bread on bread,
Yeah.
so I would, you know,
I
I
wanna
would
see.
probably marry Oprah though. I probably would, yeah.
Alright.
'Cause that's a lot of money. Making money is the motive. That's
So
all.
now you gotta kill Beyonce and Dub then, I guess.
Duh, nah, I ain't dealing with that.
Beyonce gotta see the kill then. Cause you say you gonna fuck Nicki Minaj, you gonna marry Oprah. It's only to kill Beyonce, you would to kill.
I think you said kill? Oh, okay.
Fuck Mary Kill, man. Everybody know what it is, man. They know that game, man. Fuck Mary Kill, man.
For real.
I know my, you know, I don't know. You know my picks, man. I don't know that. But you know, anything else as an artist that you know they don't know about? You got any shows coming up? You got any performances, anything like that coming up?
As far as shows, I'm not for sure yet. You know, I'm still waiting on more shows. You know, from either Stamps Bar.
I'm trying to tell you, man, get what I think, man. I'm doing some shit on the 25th. See some shit open, man. Come with my boy.
Real. I'm out there. See about some upcoming shows at Stamps. You know, maybe the Fusion nightclub. You know, a lot of shows from out of town. You know, I was supposed to be doing a show in Michigan, so I'm still waiting to get in contact back with them with my email. So
Let us know. We'll come out there with you. Like, you know, we'll bring cameras and shit as long as we go. Like, we come with you and all that. Let us know. That'd be dope. Like, I try to Michigan myself and all that.
Where I got family out there with
I
you.
used to live in Ohio, so that shit was like 45 minutes. Like, shout out to Captain. I gotta say this shit on camera. Shout out to Captain fucking Jacks, man. And shout out Shorty who made them wings. But them shits was the best. Like, I'm from New York, like, but them was the best fucking wings I ever had. Cause I couldn't. Sometimes you could tell the taste of the wings. I couldn't like get what it was. Like, it was hot, it was sweet, it was all type of shit going on. Like, I didn't know what was good. Yo, them the best G. Yo, if you could, I don't know where the fuck exactly where that was at, 6, 7, 8. One of them 2 miles, like, it was on one of them, like, yo, shout out to them, man. It was the best wings I ever had, man. Shout out for homie being from the D, like, we're gonna take a trip out there, like, and when we take a trip, that the only reason I'm shouting that shit out is because when he do get booked in Michigan and all that, we're gonna take the trip with homie and we're gonna go to Captain Jack's. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna take the camera and all that. Like, that shit was dope. Like, fuck that, we good. Like, word, man. But you know what I mean. So definitely, hopefully, you know what I mean. Like, keep us in the loop when you get booked out there. You know, in Michigan, with you bring the cameras out and all that. Like
for real. That's
definitely.
mad love right there.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's what I do, my nigga.
Yeah, it helps. I got family.
And
so
I
good
definitely,
reason.
like, if I say I'm gonna keep my word, my nigga, I do that, my nigga.
Keep
So
it 100.
that's a fact.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm
real
saying? So,
shit.
and you gonna see. So when you get booked for your first show in Michigan, I'm putting this shit. This on camera. Look, you see it's rolling. This on camera, my nigga. Like, when you get booked for your first show, hit me, my nigga. We gonna come with you and all that. Like, make sure everything is
Trust
good.
definitely do.
We gonna come fuck with you, my nigga. Word.
Word.
That's a fact. That's a
shit.
fact. That's a fact, man. So give them. So before, like, give them your everything, man. Your social media, where they can reach you. You know, break everything down to them. All your shit.
You could reach me at Fast Facebook, RAY, ABG King. That's my Facebook name. You know, my email for
Got
music.
Instagram?
I got Instagram. You know, RayKiller23X, my rapper name. You know, I got.
Alright.
Yeah, spell it out for them so we
Got Ray.
we can put the hashtag underneath this shit somewhere. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Spell it for them.
RAY, ABG King at gmail.com. You know, you can use that for booking. You know, if you want to make any songs. You know, if you want to hit me up with different, verses, making a track, making a track with other people, a lot of stuff.
You got Twitter?
I got Twitter.
So I'm back on Twitter, man.
I'm on Twitter. You can follow me on there. RAY fly shit or at twitter.com.
SoundCloud.
You can follow me at SoundCloud. Ray Fly Shit, Abstract 19, and Ray ABG King. That's where all my music at. All my latest stuff is on Ray Fly Shit. Make sure you go on that page. It got all my most of my EPs on there. It got 30s Blow. It got Get This Money. Because that's what it's about now. Because it's a new year.
Exactly. It's 2019. Big things in 2019. You heard? That's a fact, man. Like, I got a thing on my show. What I do is, man, I call it 3 minutes of death, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put you on the spot for 3 minutes, man. I'm gonna let you spit whatever you want to spit for 3 minutes, man. We're gonna close out the show like that. I'm gonna salute the homie, man. Shout out. It's been a pleasure doing this interview. Like, I'm gonna let him end it off and give it that 3 minutes of death. You heard?
Yo, I'm going in from 9 to 10. Dudes want to hate, people always acting fake. Say I can't trust a soul, in the winter it get cold. You can't trust no thought or a motherfucking hoe. Man, it's all about the squad. Never get shot or caught up on the block or ever get caught lacking. No pistol packing, steady smoking dope just to ease my mind. People don't know my pain or my fucking struggle or my hustle. Gotta flexing with my muscles. Yeah, I got that one special about somebody. I can be out to be a broke nigga. All I know is chasing cash and I'm steady smoking dope, trying to give me new whip. Niggas always wanna hate, and my money is my motivation. So quick to flows, never trust a thought or a hoe. See, I gotta chase this cash, 30s, 40s, and I let them blast. Can't get caught lacking in the streets because people always gotta keep that pole. So you don't know. Young dude from Buffalo, moving from home to home, feeling like I was a fucking mouth. People don't know me at all, gotta stand tall, always gotta chase my dreams. Money, all I know, smoking dope, all I know is work. All I know is make this cash and then I laugh at him. Then I laugh at him. Hey.
You already know, man. Ray Killer, man. We in the building, man. SJ Live Online, man. It's been a pleasure, you know what I mean, do this interview, man. Like I said, I was gonna follow up. Like I told him from the, Buffalo Most Wanted. I told him I'd come get the exclusive with him and all that. Stay tuned. You'll see him more on the channel and all that. This is for the channel. Subscribe to the page, SJ Live Online on YouTube. You already know what it is, man. Follow me on all social media. Piffy Trilliums on Facebook, Piffy Trilliums on Instagram, Piffy Trilliums on Twitter. I don't do no Snapchat, but you know what I mean, that's where we at, that's what we doing, man. If you want to book your boy, keepitgtv.com. My bad, keepitgtv@gmail.com. You know what I mean, I'm on the any, you know what I mean, Piffy out here. But shout out to the homie, man. Anything else that you want to tell them before we wrap it up and get up out of here? Like, any last words you got for the people?
I want to say I love everybody, keep it calm, be safe, be smart. Because there's a lot of people dying a lot of days, real shit be going on in the world. Number one rule, never get caught lacking. Only trusting the ones that you fuck with. Cut off any enemies at all means, Try to be a good person, don't try to be dumb, get caught lacking, selling dope, doing drugs, or chase that bag, or chase a check. That's all you gotta do.
No lacking, you already know what it is, man. Shout out to the boy Ray Killer, man. We here, SJ Live Online, man. Salute to everybody, like I said, subscribe to the page, man. Another interview, it's a wrap. You know how we do it, man. And more interviews that come. Like I said, wherever you at, we pull up. Hit me, you already know what it is, man. Hit the book. whatever it is, man, we pull up, man. It's an interview. You an artist. You doing your thing. Holler at me, man. Let me know what you do, man. Like, I'm here, man. I'm here for the people. Like I said to the homie, I'll pull up. It is what it is. I pulled up. Like I said to everybody else, they pull up. They in a whole nother city. I pull up. It is what it is, man. Y'all know how I do it, man. SJ Live Online, man. Subscribe to the page, man. YouTube, you already know what it is, man. Shout out to the boy Ray Killer. You already know what it is, man. Salute.
Peace.